Welcome everyone to the grand finals of season 9 of Team Wars. We are all very excited today to bring them to you, and it's going to be between Diffusion and Switcheroo, two teams that we have followed closely from the very start of the season, and even before the start of the season if you think about it, because both Switcheroo and Diffusion have been previous champions. Diffusion in season 7 and Switcheroo in season 8, which were in fact the previous two seasons. So, for this grand finals, the casters will be Diatonic, NightFox, and Disturbia. Say hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And as far as some of the graphics that we should be highlighting for today, let's start with the left side of Diffusion. So pretty much very well performing throughout the whole season, 7-3, number one within the division. And let's check out the awards for the players. So we have a lot of clappers on this roster. We see Lorenz Aroma, for example, always a pretty reliable starter for Diffusion. Playoffs MVP in the season that they won. Herbel as well, Player of the Month. Mudkey, Player of the Month. And a lot of other awards that also come from Lord Ohimi no. And yeah. Uh, Disturbia. How do you say? Will we be able to see any of these players today?
I'd say we can see. To me, that will be between 2 and 3 players from the MVPs, pretty much of the team. I think it all depends on what they were thinking to be able to counter against Switcheroo. So I do expect 2 or 3 from the players we see on the screen.
Definitely, definitely. I agree with you. I think personally speaking, like you cannot have a grand finals without Lorenzo. Just my opinion.
He's
Yeah.
played the last two, so why wouldn't they put him in for the finals?
Definitely. Right, so we can
He was a
move on.
name I recognized before I even came into Team Wars too. I was like, wait, really? Like I didn't even know he was in here until I recognized right away. So, oh yeah, I expect to see him too. I agree.
Mm.
Expect by the end
And
of this.
yeah, on the other side of the bracket, we have the Switcheroo award-winning players. We don't have quite a lot of them, but they are still names to be feared. We all know how Act can perform. We all know how Misaka can perform, as we've seen in the previous week. We will be getting into that more shortly. But yeah, King Halo cannot forget. Uno cannot forget. Both integral pieces in the Switcheroo system that allowed it to win the previous season. All right, so we can next check the key players for each of the teams. We will be taking a look once again later on between the games. So first off, we have Lorenz Aroma, as mentioned earlier, 32-16 record. That's an average of 2.98 wins per match in the matches he played. Second overall in the power rankings, and Mudkey as well. Compared to the previous week where 3D was their second best performing player, we now have Mudkey, which is 49th overall in the power rankings. So certainly Lorenzo over double the wins. So yeah, I guess there's not much to say there, guys. Just
I mean,
way too good.
as far, yeah, as far as MVP goes, he's probably got that pretty much on lock. I mean, I said
Oh,
the
for
last
sure.
two, but they pretty much played him all season as far as Lorenzo Roma's concerned. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him again and he does phenomenal again.
Mm-hmm. Very well said there, NightFox. All right, so we can now go to the other side of the bracket once again to the key players of Switcheroo. Misaka, as mentioned just earlier, cannot
Yep.
forget about his legendary 10-0 in the playoffs, the first ever 10-0 in the playoffs, the third overall in official matches with Onomats, and also cannot forget Act, both clappers, both in the top 10 of the power rankings of this season. 34 wins, very astounding. 26 as well. And yeah, not much else to say there.
I would be surprised if we saw him playing anything besides Onomats, honestly.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would be
imagine he
shocked.
loses and then he repeats.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean that's. I think he probably would, even if he does lose. I'm pretty sure he'll repeat. It's just just seems to be too good with that deck. I mean, just from last week's performance, and a couple weeks ago he was on Harpies, but that's still. I mean, I think he's probably I wouldn't be surprised to see Onomats from him.
For
no,
sure.
I wouldn't either. I think I've casted maybe 3 of Switcheroo's matches this season, and yeah, the every time I see Automats, I'm like, well,
He knows
you
what he's
kind of
doing.
know where it's going when you start Gaga's sister for sure.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can go next to the bracket progressions for both of the teams. So basically, what they had to fight in order to get right where they are. So Diffusion was the one team out of the two of today that actually that actually skipped the round one. And after a very close win against SoundClan, I guess one of the best matches in Timor's history, 4 hours war, a lot of Fire King mirrors, but in the end, Jano managed to clinch the win out of SoundClan's hands. And then in the semifinals, we had a really good performance from Ohimi, which should have been 5-2 in there. Not sure why I put 5-0, but that's on me. It's fine. He managed to get a really good lead and just setting by example because he is the diffusion leader, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, very good teams overall that they beat, and it was really close in both cases. So we can move on to Switcheroo. Um, the graphic got cut for some reason, but in the first round, Sov was key player, 6-0, finishing with Tramits. Quarterfinals, 3-1, Misaka with Harpies and Tramits. Diatonic, I believe you streamed this game. I believe it was pretty
Yes,
good.
yeah, it was. I came into Team Wars halfway through the season, so I don't have as much experience and I don't have as many matches watched. But by far the best match I casted all season, hands down, without a doubt.
For sure. And then the legendary 10-4 game against rookies, where yeah, they were on the back foot with 0-4, but Misaka coming in 10-0, only Onomats. And that should be concluding the graphics for now. We will be leaving just the caster screen for a moment while we get prepped up with the game, because it will be starting pretty soon. And now we will be waiting for the starters to come in and let the boys Diatonic, NightFox, and Disturbia cast. I was Hazy, and I was your host for the desk host analysis slash segment.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, big shout out, everybody. Give
Hazy
Punks
God.
to Hazy, yeah. Much love and support there, nice guy.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to share kind of, I guess, if you want to call it the storylines, good old sports analogy, but, kind of explain how we got here and where we
Yeah.
are and what the match means. That's all really important. So,
Yeah, so far, obviously, we have quote unquote Switcheroo is defending champions, but they also can kind of be seen as the underdog. I feel like, as far as most recent wins.
yeah, I think
14 more.
Defusion actually ended up with a higher record, I think,
Yeah.
by maybe 1 or 2 wins. So, yeah, you're right.
They are currently better, and a lot of people are probably going to throw their prediction gems all the way over to Defusion. But anybody who loves a good underdog story knows that you never count them out.
For
And,
sure, yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Although I do think it
Switcheroo.
depends on so much also as well, like the viewers. So to me, when you have like two champions from Team Wars facing each other, it's not going to be that simple, but I can understand why you, for example, choose Diffusion.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am putting my chips on the underdog just because, that's how I roll. But that's a
So
personal.
Harpy HHG 30 cards on the bottom on the side of Lorenzo, and on top Uno with RDA potentially and 22 cards, and the first turn is going to go for Roma.
And channel it right away. So, we're going all the way up, basically, right off
Hey,
the bat.
guys, Lorenzo's playing. Look at that.
Right off the bat. You were right. First up from
Yep.
Defusion, Lorenzo.
Every match, pretty much, and he's been opening too. So most people would think Lorenzo's an anchor. I think he's not their anchor. I think he's their opener. So I don't blame him for that because he's been pretty much first the last three matches that he's been. Well, 3 matches that they have been in. But he's not their anchor. He's their opener. So he's hoping to streak here with Harpies.
And I mean, at this point, this is it. So, it's either open with your strongest or hold out as long as you can and wait for your anchor later on. So, I think it's smart to start off this way. I think.
Yeah. I'm honestly a little surprised to see RDA to start. I'm not surprised to see Harpies to start. Again, this is potential RDA at the top, but it's not confirmed.
Well, I don't think I'm that surprised for RDI actually. More surprised the fact that he's playing 22 cards, which makes me wonder what kind of cards he has. I know I've seen a lot of people recently building like 22 cards for RDA as well, so...
Yeah. Consistency at this point with all the cards that you can to search, it's minimal at best for a 22 card deck. You're basically decreasing percentage by maybe 2 to open with.
Also noticing the importance of the rock on the side of Roma to be able to counter the invocation of the Synchro twice, because it's an effect that you can use multiple times during your turn.
Yep, more than once per turn. And look at that Resonator call right off the bat. What did I say?
Yep, going for Crimson. So we're gonna see the skill right away. Are we just going straight into it? You know what? I've been playing a lot of Resonator lately, but I have not played against a Roach with Resonator. I'm curious how
It's
the
probably not gonna end well.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's not fun.
Oh, that's a very good.
Oh, going for Doom Caliber.
Well thought, yeah.
Yeah, he thought that one
He
through.
wants to be able to negate and also destroy the rogue just by having the caliber on the field.
Yep, that's exactly what I would have done
Oh
right
wow,
there.
he's going. Yeah, goes straight for the Crimson Wild Wind, the normal one, and then right into Doom Caliber. Ooh. Oh, he's gonna crash too. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know about. I mean, he's obviously very happy with his back row set. Is it enough?
Well, one set back row, that immediately signals to me Solemn Scolding. I mean, I know they play other stuff. Hey, there you go. Negates the Perfumer
Completely
immediately.
countered, yeah.
Normal summon gone.
I believe that Perfumer was the top deck card as well. Correct me if I am wrong. But yeah,
It could be. It could be. I actually have no idea.
I missed
But
it.
yeah,
I
this
just paid
scolding
attention.
will be.
Oh, he's got
And the
MST as a
MST.
follow-up too. On the
Of
Karma,
course, you
yeah.
know the karma card here.
Hopefully that's a good discard card. It is.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Is that Zeph, right? Yeah, Zeph.
Yes, baby.
Okay. All right. So he's got
Seen it all.
the Zeph tech. I've seen that before. Yeah.
Crimson
Cool.
Resonator beatdown. Let's go.
One in
did
hand.
drop
I
the
mean, you can follow up with something. I don't know.
I mean, even to be fair though, he didn't draw bad. We're talking about
No,
Lorenzo.
no.
His chat's saying he drew bad, but he didn't draw bad. He actually did pretty well. It's just he chose to go into a roach, obviously anticipating the synchro, but he wasn't anticipating a full crash. And Uno basically played around it very, very well. So both players basically going down to one card to clear each other's board. And I wasn't kidding about Resonator
Oh.
beatdown. This might legit be a Resonator beatdown.
He should have one skill activation left, right? So if he Resonator calls, he can use that
He
one
does.
right away to grab something else like a Wild Wind. So yeah,
Exactly.
he should be able to sync up.
Yeah, I think he's got him on the heels here.
Yeah, it's
Here's-
he's in a really
here's-
tight spot.
Yeah, true.
It's hard to count. It's hard to count him out. Anytime there's a back row, especially in Harpies, you've got something like a book, so it's not over, but it's not exactly the place you want to be in right now.
Even a book might not be enough to save him because there's only one card he can really top deck, and even that might not be enough because I'm already counting 2 Harpy Lady 1s in the grave.
Yeah.
And 1 Egotist is already burnt with 2 Perfumers, so he's basically got a 1 card and 21 card deck shot. But it doesn't matter.
No, he's got nothing back there. Wow, Switcheroo taking the first blood, huh?
Yeah. Let's
So
see
the
if
win streak continues then. That's 11.
Yeah. That is
Oh,
true.
no.
That's Uno, though. So the
True.
as far as the team, their winning goes continues. As far as the player, we'll have to see if he hits the table or not.
Right.
I don't know if this is going to be a repeat or not. I'm paying attention to the chat there. Might be, might be not. It doesn't look like it
No,
is.
I don't think it is.
No, I think he went right to deck 2.
The thing is, though, on the
Probably
previous
Fire
duel,
Kings.
there was one thing I was interested about, which is like because you have rope, but you also have the Doom Caliber to negate the effect. I don't know why he didn't go for Synchro. He went
See, I was
full
I was
crash.
thinking that
but-
too. He went with the crash instead of the. I already have the negate. Go for it. Synchro, and you have the negate. What are you worried
Yeah,
about?
exactly. Because
It's mandatory. It's not like you're gonna hurt yourself. The crash was nice, but I don't know. Maybe he was afraid of. He maybe wanted to clear the whole board because if he went for the synchro, I think he would have only been able to clear. Well, he would have still cleared the whole board because the negate.
Yeah.
Is the negate destroy? I can't remember.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, negate
Well, and putting
destroys.
Wild Wind in the grave is like always the play. You can always get
Yeah.
rid of it to draw extra cards, basically.
Oh, kind of because of skill.
Yeah.
Try to say
you
it
can
is
use it
because
to
of the
set up
skills that he wasn't able
Demon's
to go
Resonance
for.
right away.
Yep,
Mhm,
yep. Chat's got
That is
us.
true.
Yeah.
I forgot that there's like some restriction concerning the special summons. Indeed.
No, he's
Good to
chat
know.
corrected us.
That is true. Doomcal, you cannot choose what you negate. The next monster effect that activates on board is automatically negated. So if he played Doomcal at the end of that, so he did Crimson, Wild Wind, Doomcal. So yeah, if he synchroed, he couldn't Red Rising to get a tuner back.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, you wouldn't want to sync her into something that has an effect.
No. So Fire
But-
King? Oh man.
Yeah, and they're going second. I'm guessing it's Fire Kings. I mean, over under's Fire Kings, unless they all of a sudden they wanted to bring Yosenju's on board. But no, I'm kidding. It's obviously Fire Kings. Arvada's on board.
Yeah. Yosenju Arvada. Let's go.
Let's go. Fire King.
The best
Yosenju,
tech.
Best. Honestly, Arvada's a decent. I mean, if you got anything to blow up in your hand, that's. I feel like you're fine.
Oh yeah, he's always a good opener. Like,
The
know.
negate card and the negate card, but he's got double set, and Lorenzo does not.
Negate a monster effect 2 back row. I'm gonna call Book and Solemn on Uno's side.
Ooh.
Okay, Onslaught. Yeah, so he wants to special summon because he can't. He has to really be careful about monster effects. Wait,
I mean, it doesn't matter. They benefit from the destruction.
right? I was about to say he destroys, right? Yeah, I can't remember the text. Yeah, he
Yep.
does.
Or that monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yup. Oh,
That's
dang,
why
that does kind of.
that's why he didn't bother to repeat. He actually benefits from Doom Caliber Knight's destruction effect. No matter, I mean,
right.
even if he popped, as long as he had something in the grave, even if he pops Arvada, he still has a destruction effect. So he's chilling. I think Lorenzo's not panicked at all, even with the back row.
Mm-hmm.
Just top deck onslaught. Easy.
Oh yes, set up the loop, the chicken loop, KFC.
Yeah.
One
he's got
destroyed
it.
in grave and one on board. Yikes.
Maybe that 22 card deck is so he can run 1 to 2 Necro Valley. It's not a good idea.
Egyptian gods.
Actually,
Obelisk
it could
and
be
Ra.
possible, but I don't think we will see any Necro Valley in RDA because you have to use the graveyard most of the time.
Yeah, Wild Wind is so important to that deck.
Yeah, that's the whole not a good idea part at the end of my sentence.
True, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something.
I'm
Someone's
calling.
thinking.
I'm still saying it's a book, but I'm not sure though.
Actually, if it is a Book of Moon, it is going to be pretty good, but I do believe that the Garnix will be still destroyed at the end phase as well, due to the effect of the Onslaught.
All right. There it is. You called it
Oh,
right.
there's the book. Hey. And yeah, that makes sense. Book down the Arvada so the negate gets turned off for next turn. You can
Yeah,
do whatever you want
exactly.
for free.
Yeah.
I've definitely
face
seen the
down.
play of keeping Arvada face up and just negating Garunix's board wipe just to keep him alive through the big body, but he does get Arvada's graveyard effect too still, which seems good to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna. It's not gonna be easy for him to OTK through this, but at the same time,
If depending on what he has in his hand, if he can do double Dark End Dragon board, he'll be all right.
that is pretty much the only play. But that again, with one card in the hand and it's Fire Kings, psh,
Yeah.
circuit
It's
one
going to
time.
take a lot of resources, and you have to hope that the one card in Lorenzo's hand is not a hand trap, and it is Fire King. So
Yeah, it's Fire Kings, very unlikely. At least 2 to 4 hand traps. And if
Oh,
it's Kite Lord, it's basically 4 to 6.
yeah, he's going for the setup. So two tuners and a Red Rising, so he could do it if he wants.
Yeah. Obelisk one time says Z plus G.
Actually, I believe if there's like any hand trap activation, if he has Scolding, he will be fine as well.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, he does have it. Ah, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good.
Is Lorenzo gonna be done? A quick 0-2?
Wow, that would be huge to open
That
up
would be
and
huge.
take out Lorenzo right away. Switcheroo would
Yeah.
be like right at the front of this war.
That's
Oh, he does. He takes the Wild Wind. He's gonna do it.
He is.
He's gonna do it.
Man.
Yep,
getting-
he's going up to it.
The,
Mm.
there's one.
Yeah, I'm now that you mentioned the solemn, I don't know. I mean, if it's solemn, obviously we have no idea. We can't confirm that. The delay we saw last turn was on the book, obviously.
Right.
Like, but if it is solemn, there's no way out. There's no way out.
He done.
This
Yeah.
even though Darken's only what 26 and 21 after his effect, I still think double Darken is like one of the strongest boards that Resonators can make.
Yeah. Because
It kills so many boards.
yeah, 2100 is still respectable. There's the Kiteroid.
Kiteroid!
We see it.
Well, I
There's
think
something.
there's timing.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got a delay. Yeah, I was about to say, even if he negates it, it's still in the grave, but he still can't kill.
That's why I said 4 to 6. Let's go. He's not going to even bother to use the second one. That's going to be D-draw.
But he won't summon or Garunix, right? Because he just sent it to graveyard. He didn't destroy it. He gets Destiny Draw, but
This is interesting. I think he's maybe saving the Scalding because I will not have attacked with Destiny Draw because maybe he draws Garnix, so he's going to destroy the Garnix in hope to be able to destroy the whole board,
Yep.
which is indeed what Roma has gone for. So maybe Una is saving indeed a Scalding.
Yeah.
So I do think it is potential GD for Una.
He crashes too, so that's going to give him a.
Ooh, actually, no, that's very clever what he's doing. I'm liking
Yeah,
this.
he's going to summon
He's
back.
going to be
the-
able to have two
he's gonna do the
Garnix,
loop.
so one of them is still going to
Yep.
force the board.
He gets
Yep.
the loop again. 2 in the grave. That's top tier right there.
Yeah, that is
GG, never
exactly
mind.
what you want to see.
GG.
Yeah, the attack was very risky. He could have just taken the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
In all honesty,
So,
though,
yeah.
it's not too bad because he's still getting a board wipe, and he's in top tech mode.
Yeah, true.
So 1 card. Uno, do they have a 1 card comeback? He kind of.
Well, he does have. He has 2 Wild Winds engraved, so he has technically 3 cards he can work with this turn.
Yeah.
And does he have a skill activation? I think he only used it once. I can't remember though.
I think he has used twice.
Let's double check.
Yeah,
He's
that's
used-
gonna hurt. Oh, he's gonna do both of them. I think he's got one still.
He has
I think-
one
Crazy.
skill
Yeah,
too.
he
He's
has
used
used
two.
twice Demon's
He's used
Resonance.
both.
So,
Yep. I just checked.
Oh
the log.
no!
yeah, that was. I think the attack on this side of Uno just shouldn't have happened. That was a
Yeah.
very risky decision. Like it is actually very stupid because I think Fire King is like the only deck that combined with Destiny Draw, you're just able to come back, even if you have like 1 card.
Yeah, they have insane comeback potential.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the Destiny draw really did end up hurting Uno. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
course.
I'm curious why he went for like he knew. I don't know. I'm interested in why he wanted
Yeah,
to do
so the thing is, as you've
Right.
seen, there was the scalding on Uno's side. So what he wanted to, well, what he looked for is to negate a potential Garnix, but I don't think he has foreseen that because of Destiny Draw, he will be able to search another Garnix, and then you have like 2 of them that will be pretty much able to do the cycle anyways.
Yeah.
it. Right.
So I think that was a miscalculation. Oh wait, actually, there's 1 card on the side of Roman, or there's 2 right now.
3 in his hand now. That top
He's
deck.
got he's got
500
res
life.
call too.
Yeah. He has a chance, but he's used his skill twice, so it's going to be an uphill chance.
That and you don't know
Nope.
how
Oh
more
no!
monsters he
Set a
has.
monster pass. Yeah, because he's
Not-
relying on drawing into something that's not a tuner at this point.
Yeah.
Because Wild Wind can only search the tuners.
It's done.
Yeah,
So
I don't see a way out.
Yeah, there's
That's guaranteed, pretty much.
Dang.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got circle. He's gonna end it now. Oh no. Yup.
Thanks to
Searched
Grong.
with Barong. That was Barong's search.
Yup. Summon another chicken. Dang, he turned it. Lorenzo turned it around so. I mean, I'm not.
He did.
He's a really smart player, but Uno, man, gave him the D draw. Like, you know, I don't play a lot of tournaments. I'm more into this side of being in part of the competitive community. But I have learned, do not give D draw. Like, just
Well,
don't do it.
That's wrong to think that way. Like, you just have to know against what you're fighting and the kind of field you have, if you can actually force the Destiny Draw. So, like, what Una has done, I think, is understandable because he searched to counter the Garnix, and he did have indeed a counter to Garnix. But you're playing against Fire King, they have the field spell.
Yeah.
That's
That-
just already a bad
That
thing.
alone. Yeah.
I
that
think he
alone.
just needed to take his time because then his opponent wouldn't really have a top deck potentially. So
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's
D
one of those
draw on Fire
calculated
Kings is
risks.
a game winner. Like,
It's a calculated risk. Sometimes you're like, all right, if I trigger here, there's not a single card that I think he can search that'll win him this duel. And that situation, I think if he had thought, like, all right, is there a single card that can win him this duel? I would have been like, yes, okay, don't swing. It's like,
exactly.
that one's one where I would have been like, okay, he could win it with a 1-card pull from a D draw here. And in certain other situations, maybe not, based on what you have to follow up and what your field is. And he looks like his second deck is Harpies, obviously.
Yes,
And he's
which
going
is
first
not
with
going to be
negative-
beneficial for him, all because of the
No.
matchup.
But he is going first, so that kind of helps. A little bit. Small helping chance, depending on how many back row he's able
Well,
to set through this.
That
it is less
true.
painful.
He said none. Oh no!
Oh no, the Cyber Slash pass, no!
No.
I still think like if you're playing the HHD version in Harpies, you usually want the second turn because you have like a field spell that allows you to destroy field spells and all the spell traps. Do you think the second turn will have been still ideal?
Hmm.
I mean, I think so, if only because HHG has no target if you're going first. It can only kill itself. Like, I just... I am more of a fan of going second. That's just... I don't know, even depending on the deck, like, I enjoy going second more than first in general.
That one card advantage is nice, but it honestly depends. If I wish we had a system where we could pick, like the rock paper scissors situation, because that would be far more, far more beneficial, I think, than what we currently have.
Well, I mean, Una's in a decent spot. He didn't lose the Cyber Slash yet, and Lorenzo doesn't open the island, which happens a lot in Fire Kings, I noticed. They don't always open island. And with nothing in the back row, man, I mean, maybe it's a lot of hand traps?
What?
Yeah, I'd say he has
Arvada
surely
pass
some
with,
Barong
with,
or Garnix.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
think he's relying on. I mean, it's not a bad place to be. It just depends on.
Well, to me, the thing is, if you have only an Arvada on the field, you just cannot say, "Oh, I'm in a bad spot," unless you really have like no cards you can destroy using Arvada, and then you also don't have hand traps. To me, that will be the only reasoning for why it's a weak board. But I mean, Arvada, the card alone is annoying to so many decks because I mean, you negate an effect from a monster, even if you don't destroy the card, but you slow down so many decks just thanks to Arvada.
All right, so he goes for the Barong,
Yeah, he wants to search.
Yeah.
so he probably has the defense in hand to survive
Yeah.
this.
No, the thing is, he still forced the Arvada, so Uno will be able to activate the other effects.
Right, he does kind of have free reign from here on out.
Dweller, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, very good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, since the Arvada was already burnt, there was no point to not go into Dweller, honestly.
Right.
Okay, is he gonna give him... This is just shy of D-draw by 100.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's thinking about it. If I stop this... Okay. Now that means he's definitely stopping this. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. As I say, he needs something other than Veil because he'll be dead before he can activate it. So,
Sure.
Nice. What's the search here? I guess I don't.
Field
We don't know
spell,
entirely what
let's
he's got in his
say.
hand, but
He'll
Field
go
spell.
Yeah.
for field spell.
Doesn't have it. Oh, okay. That works
oh, he's
too.
going onslaught. Maybe
Maybe he
he
has
top
it.
decked Island.
Let's see. Look at his hand.
It could be that, or else I think he's not relying really on the field spell yet.
You can definitely play
bounce.
without it. I've seen it possible. Oh yeah, he's gonna trigger the Cyber Slash too. Yeah. And Uno's got no back row. He's got no way to defend the Dweller too.
Yeah.
No, he's done. Dweller's gone.
That's actually very bad because then he will have to face against a Fire King that just can loop with the Garnix.
Yep.
Onslaught. We'll start that at the end of this turn.
Surprised he didn't draw any of his back row, in all honesty, with the amount of
I
draws
know.
he grabbed and searches. He literally got nothing.
That is wild. Yeah, he's gonna board. How he's got so many cards in his hand though. Surely he can do something here.
You would think.
He's got kite roid. Lorenzo's got kite roiding great, right? So he can't do like malevolent and win because it won't get through. Oh man, there has to be something he can do here. No back row. It's got how? I don't know how it happens.
Also, no search from the perfumer as well,
Means he's probably out.
which means he does have the rest of the spells in hand as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're
Ooh, using the rest, so now he can only summon the wind monsters from now on because of the effect of rest.
Sends it back. That's ideal. We know one card, so he needs basically lethal through at least one, but he has 3 cards in his hand. So
yeah.
that's a special summon of the Oracle, not a normal. So he's still got that left.
Oh, he's
wait,
got an
wait.
egotist.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's. Is he gonna go?
I think it's-
No.
no.
Hey,
That's a
really?
little shocking.
Something.
That's a little shocking, honestly.
Oh
Because
man.
at this point, okay, he doesn't. Oh, that was
Now he can
quick.
bail.
That was quick, though.
There it is. I'm not sure why he didn't go for something. If he had something just big enough to kill him, Dweller or Veil would not have mattered.
Is wind. The only thing he could go for is wind.
Oh
so my
yeah, that's right. He can only go wind.
My play
Yeah.
would have been just
Exactly.
the extra deck has to draw Gusto, but if he has Gusto and you're not drawing into any back row, might as well make it. Try to rip 2 of the back row.
Exactly.
Right.
There's that, and
Force 26 to 21, so that would have been game. You're going to force the Kite Roid. All you're trying to do here is now set up to make sure he doesn't survive or doesn't have anything for follow-up next turn. So you're trying to grab your back row. You know 13 and 18 is not enough. You're just going to give him D-Draw for free. And he did.
Exactly.
So now he's thinking he's going to add whatever he wants to his hand. So I think my question is he even running Gusto? Because he might not be. Some people have been dropping it, and he might be one of the few people that did.
I do
Yeah.
think it recently isn't like you don't see as much Daigusta as before in the extra decks, so maybe he's not
That's what I'm
playing.
saying. It's fallen off, and maybe that's why he's like, all right. But at that point, don't swing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also want to know why he
swung.
swung. Like,
if you know you cannot get through Veil, like I feel like in that case it's safe to assume that he's got Veil.
Just give him Patriarch, which is basically done. He's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got
they're-
nothing.
there's
oh,
that
man.
part, and actually, I
done.
was
Yep.
also thinking of Swallow's Nest, which we haven't even seen it played at all.
No, we haven't.
Like, if he had the Swallow's Nest, there's a way you can actually play against the Veil to be able to deal damage. I don't think that will have been lethal unless you have 2 of the Swallow Nest.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, though, it's like we've seen Uno now trigger D-Draw twice when he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I don't know if the pressure's getting to him, or if he
Yeah,
honestly
I think-
thought he had no. If he honestly thought the D-Draw would not have caused him to be in. Oh wow. Okay.
Set one
I
monster
mean,
pass.
It's not a bad idea. It's not bad though, because Heraldry would have just done
Yeah,
his
would have
Heraldry.
just murdered it.
But the fact that he still has no back row after doing another rest, literally another
That
rest
hurts.
was played that turn, and he still ripped no back row.
Yeah, that is shocking to me. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
what
also
have we
have no
what have we
way.
seen? Like, I've only seen Feather Rest and Elegant Egotist.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything else. What the heck?
He has Goliath. And he's going down because the Patriarch lethal.
Oh my god!
Ugh. Oh no, dude.
Just thinking outside the box, right? I mean, come on. All right. Lorenzo wins. I mean,
Turned it
again,
around.
best player for Defusion. Obviously, we hit that on the pregame show. And are we gonna see? Oh man, I missed the board, so the roster's gone. But yeah, we're gonna see Lorenzo. Are we gonna see them play somebody? What's their counter? Obviously, to Fire Kings is the question now. I mean, those again, stats for Lorenzo are on screen. So
Yeah, maybe actually against Fire King. Monomats is like one of the alternatives you can go for. It's not the best matchups in my opinion, but that's one thing people have gone for as well.
Are we gonna see Trimids?
Primates could be also possible indeed.
Yeah, I was thinking Triamid wouldn't be bad.
The question is, do they have their lineup with at least one Trimid?
Yeah.
And I would be shocked if they didn't. Because even if you're going to bring one Trimid, you do just the one, and you hope that it does well enough to where at least it can clear out one Fire King in a crucial moment. And this is the question, is this the crucial moment? Is this the time to bring in the Trimids? Do you save it for later? Because they're probably playing more than one Fire Kings for sure.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. There's got to be more than one Fire King deck on Diffusion side.
Yeah.
Uh,
Both teams probably have more than one Fire King.
yeah, it's one of the most like multi-played decks I've seen in my own experience, at least.
Yeah. It's everybody's
man.
favorite right now to go be relying on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Diffusion's roster, we saw it up earlier. I honestly wish it was still up so we could kind of remember who's on there. But they're actually going to bring in, ACT.
Ooh.
Saber Dragon one time?
Yeah. I learned very quickly who Act was because he really does have some nutty Cyber Dragon plays. I don't think that's what it is here, but
He's
Yeah.
the drawer of Cyber Dragons. But no, this
Oh, yeah.
might be... Yeah. Okay, this actually might be Trimids, because I've seen Harpy's Hunting Ground Trimids, and he is going second.
Yeah, very good call.
So this might be actually Trimids on ACT here with the bluff for Harpies, because it's 20 cards. Ojama with Lances? Yeah, no, that's not it.
Nah.
bro, I wish.
Or Gemma with Lance.
Oh wait, Lorenzo's got the Nephthys
Oh,
Phoenix in there. Yeah,
Nephthys.
interesting. I don't
That's
know
a
if I've seen that
first.
very often. Yeah.
And he's going to set here. So he's... And we already know he has Arvada in the hand. I guess he doesn't have any targets for Arvada to negate with. Or he's relying on that Arvada
Actually,
to get
that's
destroyed.
very bad because Act could get the lethal this turn, maybe.
Yeah, if he goes for the right field spell.
But yeah. So
He
Lorenz, I
basically
think he
has game.
saw that. He said, "I'm not going to activate the effect of Nephthys because otherwise you destroy all the field spells, which means all of your monsters are destroyed, and that's a free field for Act, potentially."
I don't know. Is that King going?
Hey, there it is. Goes with Fortress right away.
So that would give him... I think that might be a set... Okay, it's a set wrong. I thought it might have been a set
no.
Arvada.
He goes straight for the one monster swing. Oh no.
So this is going to take care of all the field spells.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why ACT
So
obviously
King is
didn't
gonna
set
go for
anything
King
else.
Golem to be able to special summon a monster from his hand.
Yep. Oh no, he's going to go for
Cruiser.
Cruiser.
Yeah.
The search. He's going for the follow.
Okay, so that makes more sense because it
He's
means he
going
did
to- yep.
not have the Sphinx in hand, so
He's
he
getting
wants to
Sphinx in
draw
hand.
it with a cruiser.
Yep. He's going to
He
get...
knows he's going to be able to summon it. So
Yeah. So clearly now the question is, do I kill Master or do I not?
it's the old Triamid, you know, the versus
Yeah.
Triamid play. It's do you have the follow up to deal with the Sphinx or not? You
Arvada
can't give that to
exists.
him for free. You cannot.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Giving it to him not for free in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
no
boy.
Sphinx is still going to force the Arvada. Even if it means that the Barong is going to be sent to the grave. And then gives a draw for Lorenzo.
Yep. And
That's
again,
still like nuking a resource from him.
Yeah, he's just plussing off of this, but it's sadly now it's ACT's ball, and he might get it rolling because he doesn't have to worry about.
No,
Does he have
Act
lethal?
need at least one field spell.
Yeah, and he doesn't have game through this. King Golems helps.
First.
Just a master might not be enough here. Of course, he's too scared to set any back row, and he's going to refrain from doing so. That's going to prevent the Arvada from getting a summon from the grave, courtesy of King Golem. This sucks.
Oh man. Oh man.
The fact that he got that basically in his hand turn one against his main counter, that's anime dueling right there.
Goes for
Wild.
another cruiser.
Part of the cards.
Yeah. He channeled his inner Yugi and got himself everything he needed.
I mean, if Lorenzo wins this, that's huge for Defusion.
Yeah.
Because they're playing counter
That-
into the Fire King. Like,
That'll probably tip the scale, and this might get the ball rolling here, and Switch might be in the tough position of not being able to come back here.
yeah. Ooh, he's going into the island again.
That's just going to keep looping. Oh, he chooses to do... Okay, that works.
Yeah,
Which is
Axe's
nice.
going to have a lot of trouble against.
Double loop here, because he's as soon as he summons, it's search, and then he summons all... Yeah, he sucked. Dude, that top... The fact that he opened the Nephthys...
Starting hand.
It was done. The duel was won that game. And it's not something... It's nothing that ACT really could probably honestly plan for, or even thought was possible.
I
No,
don't think it's
I
so
don't think he-
done.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't think he
comeback
could have done
potential.
anything differently.
It's
He's
an
not
uphill
getting
battle.
pulse yet. No spell trap again on the side of Switcher. That's crazy.
It's like he might have it, he just doesn't want to set it because he's just gonna get
Ah,
blown
yeah,
up.
true. Indeed, like Nephthys will
What's the point?
win. Anyways,
What's the
Indeed,
point?
indeed.
'Cause they benefit from the destruction of Pulse. So why would you set it,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. NightFox.
pop it, and then just keep going? He's honestly he's probably holding on to 3 traps right now in his hand, or back row. I wouldn't be surprised. And this man
You're
can't do
completely
anything.
right.
It's that this duel, honestly, if ACT can turn this around, which is sadly very unlikely, if he can turn this around, top tier.
Oh yeah, that's
True.
massive. Like,
Very true,
actual game-changing move if he can somehow manage to play through this.
Yeah,
But
And-
I don't know.
I don't see it.
Ugh. To pick something that is designed to be the counter, and Lorenzo draws into a card you don't normally see in the build at all on the first turn, right out of the gate. What do you even do?
This is ACT's chance here because I don't think the Nephthys is looped anymore. But
I
he's
think
still
it
not.
is still.
No.
Still
The
enough.
Nephthys it is still.
Oh yeah, it is. Dang it! I thought that was a shot.
It's fine. You
got
called
me,
a
he
lot
just
of
doesn't-
things right as well, NightFox, which I gotta give you props for that. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that, for example, Nephthys destroys all spells and traps, hence why Act is not putting anything.
He doesn't want to
But
do
the
it.
Pulse will have been insanely ideal thing. Like, the thing about Pulse is, it is a card that there's one effect. You can special summon a monster from the grave. That is one thing he can do. Go, for example, for Sphinx Habit on the field, which is like a monster with a lot of defense.
It's just gonna
But, yeah.
because he has the loop
That's just it.
and it was closed. He had this Garunix loop, which was a closed loop. It was done, and he just couldn't do anything. And I honestly thought he had a shot there because I thought the Sphinx, the Metaphys loop finally finished, but nope, I was wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was just done. He probably was holding on to 3 traps and he just kept setting past. He couldn't do anything, or even his field spells. So that was just instant loss turn 1. Lorenzo's just proving time and time again that not only is he good, but he is extremely lucky. Holy,
Yeah,
that was like
they-
80% luck, 20% skill, something something. Insert rest of the lyrics of that song, however it goes.
Yeah, and now that's a huge loss for Switcheroo. And now, like, are they playing multiple Fire Kings? Or multiple Triamid? I don't know.
We'll see.
What do you
because
do
there's
now?
a repeat right now. There's a repeat on the side of Switcheroo, so they'll play Triamids again.
There
I
we
think
go.
that makes sense. I
He's
think they
hoping-
realized that was like a 1 in a million
Yeah,
chance of that
what-
loop closing immediately. So
Not just
Yeah.
that, but him ripping his Metaphys literally turn 1. So
Right.
Exactly.
he's hoping. We didn't see it. How many games has he played now with Fire Kings? That was game 3, 2.
yes,
Uh,
3, I think.
that was the 4th game of the war, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
his
So it should
third
be
with
3,
Fire
yeah.
Kings.
Yeah. So actually, didn't he have something else first off? Did he lose one? Didn't Lorenzo? Yeah,
he started with
that was the
Harpies,
second
didn't he?
deck.
Was
Yeah,
it
he's-
Harpies? I don't even remember.
All right, Max K, I'm gonna kill you. You said, watch, he's going to be first. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Max K.
Lamau.
He called it.
Someone make Max K VIP or mod, please. He reads everything.
And you didn't do anything.
Wait,
He passed. He passed. Oh
They're
my
not
god!
OTKing Fire Kings, but if your board's wide open, you better believe he's gonna find a way to kill you. And that's
He made the
probably...
non-OTK
No way.
deck in OTK. What?
Look at this. It's
Oh
over.
my
That's lethal.
Jesus.
That's
it.
He literally...
That's the game.
Lorenzo literally anime drew twice. And it-
Repeat number one
How do you
gone
not-
in the blink of an eye.
Not even anything to
Oh
set.
my
Is that 4
God.
field spell cards in your hand? Even if it's 4, you can search. If you have Cruiser, boom, swap it out with something else, search, summon, boom. You got a monster, you got to swap next turn, save it. I don't know. That must have sucked.
I
Like
think
the
he
PayPal.
didn't even have any cruiser. That's the main problem. Maybe he had like pulses and then have like the other field spells. Oh my
Yeah,
god. I
that
don't want
is
to think
rough.
what was like his hand, but
I want to know what
the
his
only
hand...
thing you can go for, which is like the last opportunity, if you, for example, have, let's say, Fortress, King Golem, and Pulse, you still waste the field spells, and you have the
Right.
Pulse at least.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
never know if, for example, the opponents, in that case,
Yeah.
Lorenzo, does have the MST.
Yeah, because then you get 2 in the grave. You can at least stop lethal. Even if you start the loop, you're at least saving yourself maybe a turn to draw into something worthwhile. You don't just pass.
Exactly.
But hey, we don't know. Again, this is just, we're calling the shots from as we see it. We don't know what his hand was. We're just speculating. So who knows? Who knows? The man knows himself. That's
Exactly.
it. So we can't be too harsh on him to an extent, but we can be critical, and that's what we're trying to be here.
Right. And you know, at the end of the day, you have to give props because both teams are
Of course.
very well versed in competitive team gameplay, probably against each other too. How many times have they played in the past?
Yeah.
And you know, to be able to make it this far in general, you know, you can't be too rough on them because
No.
I mean, you know, these 10 are sitting at the table and you know, I'm over here on the microphone.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
there's only so much criticism I can give.
ACT's record, because we're seeing it on screen, was 26-14 going into this, and he just smeared it with 26-16. Now you call it a smear. That's still what, close to 50% win rate, which is huge.
Yeah. It's still really nice.
I think it's. I'd say it's lower than 15.
Just under
No,
50.
actually, that's good. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, because 14 doubled is 28, so he's already under 50. So he just dropped it to like 44 or something, 43.
yeah, still a good ratio nonetheless.
Yeah, obviously, it looks like he might be the second best player on Switcheroo here. 34-15 record, obviously, by Masaka. Are we going to see him played to try and turn this around? He streaked last time, but his opponent is Lorenzo, which we talked about. He is not an anchor. He is an opener, and he is freaking delivering on that
He is
role.
opening. He is doing
is
his job.
Opening. He is. He's already done his job, and then some. Anything else from this point is bonus.
Yeah. This is a game 5 open question mark? Like what?
It's as if it's Lorenzo playing King of the Hill, and he's the only player that they have to beat. And right now, they've only beat him once.
Right. And I mean, even after you get him down from there, you still have a whole team left to fight.
Exactly. So this is only uphill from Switcheroo. If any time the underdog needed to do the underdog thing and come back, this was their chance, because they are right now 4-1, and they need to turn this around.
And I think it is Siroko-kun on top.
It is. I'm going to quickly copy the roster here for my own benefit, so when we switch scenes, I know exactly who might be coming next. Or I have an idea. So don't mind me, Hezzy. I'm going to send you this. This is for my own viewings.
Man, Sirocco just opens with 2 back row and pass. Oh no. Wait, what? The pass back immediately? What is happening?
Just a triple pass.
Another pass.
What is
though.
going
Really
on?
triple
What?
pass.
Oh my.
All right, he finally has something. But he obviously isn't going to pass unless he has hand trap, so he was chilling. But
Exactly.
Sirocco, or sorry, I'm butchering the name. Sirocco? Okay, I'm
Sirocco.
Siroko-kun.
Sirocco-kun. Okay, cool. Him passing was surprising. Okay, Lorenzo obviously is relying on his hand traps here.
Oh
You
man.
have I do have an impression maybe Siroko-kun wants to destroy as much spell traps as possible as well, because I mean you have the field spell, which is why you want to also use it. But I think Roma is already reading.
What's happening pretty much. That's another top deck.
Tenki.
Another
Oh
top
my
deck Tenki.
God.
No stop on this one.
Finally goes Sarvano.
So this
This
one's
is turn 6, by the way.
yeah, this is also a thick Harpy deck. Well, thicker. Let me rephrase that. Thicker Harpy deck than I think we saw so far in each from all the other Harpy decks. So hopefully he plays it a little bit better than Uno did. Hopefully he draws a little bit better than Uno did. We're already seeing back row, which is something we did not see at all from Uno. So clearly their builds are different. Maybe one build had no back row and one is heavy back row, and it looks like this might be the heavy back row Harpy build.
Oh my god. He's only been replacing back row so far. No monsters yet.
And he's still leaving one back row open because he knows that Nepethys is a thing. He is stalling. Does this dude play any monsters?
This is the Yankee with no brim. This is the Harpy with no monsters. Like, what?
Saw the Harpy with no back row earlier, so I mean, Switcheroo might literally have had an entire Harpy deck that's all back row, more than 50% back row, and an entire Harpy deck that's more than 80, honestly, percent monsters.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat 19. He's gonna stop the Arvana. No negates coming from that, so that's good. No loop-de-loop's gonna be starting.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Whew.
I mean, on a summon, he'll just get a Tenki pop, and that's it.
I'm just shocked. We saw a whole game of Harpies with no quick plays, no back row. Now we're finally getting a perfume.
Yeah, he's
ring?
finally deciding to commit. Does he have the pieces? Because that, if he goes with Perfumer first, it means there's no Chandler in hand.
Right.
That's usually not something you go summoning first. You usually Chandler into Perfumer.
And he can't do Feather Rest because his graveyard is full of MST and 2 books.
Yeah. So it goes for the hunting ground here because he's probably going to pop his own hunting ground. If he already has... Well, assuming he has to have Chandler, because there's no way you search hunting ground and not the Chandler, right?
Think so?
Dang.
Is his hand... Maybe his hand's just full of, like, Egotist or Swallow's Nest? I have no idea.
He's thinking.
This is not what you want to see when you start falling behind. Like, you want clean games. The deck fires the way it needs to fire. You finish stuff up. Like, okay, he's gonna go Egotist. That's fair.
That's a play. It's like we have a play.
Things are happening.
Honeyground probably popping itself here. He could go with this. There are no monsters in the graveyard, so picking off the Arvada with this wouldn't be terrible. But he cannot take care of the Baron unless he crashes or activates his other hunting ground. Okay, is he going to crash here? I would crash, personal preference. You don't want to give him another level 4 on the field. There it is.
I actually forgot that maybe if his hand has like Harpy Lady 1, for example, that's another penalty for the Harpy Lady.
Right.
But that wasn't a top deck.
Onslaught.
That wasn't a top deck, so it wasn't that impressive. He's been holding on to that. He's been waiting for it. Which is honestly, now that I think about it, probably why Siroko-kun did not want to play any monsters, because he didn't want to give him an Onslaught. Because Onslaught can only activate if they control a monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
He's
that
waiting
now,
for the opportunity to maybe win it.
It's not actually, that's kind of suck. That's
Oh no.
You
Oh
saved
no.
it for a turn, my guy.
Oh
That
no.
was another thing. I think that was also what Siroko-kun wanted to do at some point. But
He was waiting, and Lorenzo read him like literally a book. And I think let's be fair. That both players were trying to play around one another. Siroko was trying to play around the Onslaught. Lorenzo was trying to play around, well, anything. in that
Oh,
back.
he is gonna try to dodge though. Ooh.
You can't really
Wait, is that?
dodge. That's just.
I
gonna
was
kill
about to say,
him.
wait, my brain. Oh
He's just gonna
no!
kill the
Wait,
Titan.
why? No.
It doesn't work like that, my guy.
Don't
Oh,
think it works.
No, it doesn't. And he
Yeah,
didn't get.
it just doesn't, exactly.
No, he didn't think that one through. But it is. Yeah, no, that was dumb.
Wait, did he do it literally to set up Feather Rest?
Honestly, now that I look at that, because that
Yeah,
was
actually,
exactly
yeah.
three.
He
So that
did.
did. All right, makes more sense now. Never mind. Take
Okay,
it
he
back.
didn't just do it to try. Oh
Props to
no!
you.
There's no-
But you draw nothing.
This game was not played on the table. This game was played in each other's minds because, like you said, they were playing around each other the entire time. Like,
Psyching one another out, waiting for the other one to make the first step, essentially, so they could start the actual game. And unfortunately, it's still Lorenzo's game. He had him dead to rights, and he read him like a book.
five wins
This man is
from the
streaking.
opener. Oh.
This might be the fastest finals in finals history. If this
But
keeps
this-
snowballing, I'm out.
They don't call him
2000.
Switcheroo for nothing. They've still got the sweeper.
but that still got nerfed.
That is
Okay,
true.
that's true. Pain.
So maybe they're feeling the after effects here of the irony of their name. And yeah, maybe get Oracle. That's it. They building up for the comeback. Yeah, they're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Is there a repeat? I wasn't paying attention. I doubt it.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. What says? Looks like the Red Dragon Archfiend is on the top, and this is a 21 card build. So we saw 22 earlier. Now we're seeing 21. Ask for a rematch.
Also, RTA getting the first turn, which I think is indeed the best for them.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Let's be honest, though.
I'm pretty comfortable with turn one.
The last two times that Switcheroo went first, they just straight passed. So it's not maybe not the greatest to go first, but it looks like he is going to get a play here, so that's good.
He's gonna go regulars first.
Maybe he doesn't. Well, what did he search? I missed it.
He searched.
Knight.
I think the Doom Cow, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he did the night.
He's going straight for the life game too.
Okay, so he's trying to prevent the future OTK. I mean, it's not bad. Does
No,
he have-
I don't think it's a bad choice into Fire King. Depending on how the loop ends up and how the pendulum, no pun intended, swings. Like if you can get Dark Ends up and shut down the loop of the Grunixes, like I feel like I see what he's going for here. It makes sense in my head at least.
Yeah.
It's just in execution sometimes that kind of stuff doesn't always go. Oh, he's gonna scolding the island.
Island, yeah. Does he have another one in his hand? He's again. Lorenzo's been, and that was his top deck. He played the one he already had, and he top decked another one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, great for Lorenzo. Great.
Oh
for
yeah,
DF.
absolutely beautiful, beautiful for DF, man.
It's terrible for Switcheroo.
And that means that Soroka's only got one card in hand. He's got a Wild Wind Engrave, so he has Search at
He's
least.
got
He'll have
Knight.
3, but
He has Knight in hand. That's his in-hand
Okay.
card.
oh no,
This
it
Lorenzo
can't be
is
special
literally-
summoned. Oh no, bro.
Lorenzo literally is anime drawing this thing. He is channeling his inner Yami Yugi. He is getting everything he needs. This final was written right now to favor him. Is this going to be a Game of Thrones ending, or is this going to be a happy ending?
It's actually good on either.
Yeah,
At
that
least
is.
he gets
That's
rid
really,
of
really good.
Corvada, so there's no negate for Lorenzo anymore. No, Soroka-kun does need to be able to get rid of the Garnix, or else it will be special summoned back and does destruction.
Yes, he's got Doom Cal, so he could go all the way up to Dark End right now if he wants to, because Crimson you can summon for free. Wait a minute. No, he can't. Wait, no, he searched off Wildwood. Okay, he's fine. I was about to say, it's Demon's Resonance that if you search, you can't activate the card's effect.
Yeah, so that's the normal
he's
summon. Here he goes. Climb the ladder.
Well, I mean, he at least will be able to get some life back. That definitely helps. It's just, I mean, okay. He can put Lorenzo down to just 2 cards in hand.
Hopefully doesn't give him day draw.
That'd be sad.
Did they learn?
Wait a minute.
Day draw mistakes.
He could do Doom Dragon. Oh yeah, he's gonna do Doom Dragon, destroy it, then go up to Bane. Oh wow. Is this a hand trap? He can win right here if it's not a hand trap.
This is finally Lorenzo's storybook ending.
You got the kite throw.
Okay, but he's not on D-Draw this time.
Yeah, no day draw, top deck mode. Did we get the pop though? Was that a send to grave or a pop? I missed it.
It's a destruction. It's a destruction. He went for it. He kind of had.
Oh, this is done. No, it's not done.
No, it's not over. He's still got.
He got.
Does he have any Wild Winds left? He has no Wild Winds in grave.
Twice. He's done.
He's top decking. It's over.
I told you this was literally a storybook ending for Lorenzo here, and it's not over yet, obviously. But this match, literally the last 3 or 4 matches have been written in advance before we even started the coin flip. At least that's what it seems.
This is absolutely insane. This is what, number 6 now? We're up to 6 wins in a row.
Yep, 6 and 1. There's a reason he is their best player, and there's a reason it looks like that they started him, and there's a reason they're playing Fire Kings. It was meant as far as at least 6 and 1 so far. It seems like it was written perfectly.
Yeah.
So Defusion here, obviously coming in as the favorite. Former champions, Switcheroo here coming in as the defending champions. Underdogs though, and it's still looking like they're gonna be the underdog. The question is, are they gonna get a Miracle on Ice situation, or are they gonna get a snuffed quickly scenario?
They're gonna have to lean on the Misaka 10-0 again.
They're gonna have to streak somewhere, because this is 4 games away from being closed out right now, and Lorenzo's only padding his resume. Now, if we add that, what is that, 6? So he's up to 38 and 16.
Oh my god.
His best performance so far was 5-0. That was 5-0, so he's matched because he lost game 1. So he has matched his best performance. He has tied his best performance.
Actually, he's 6-1 right now. So
he is, but a 5-0 was his best performance, right? So if we take 0 losses into account, let's cut the loss, the first loss he gets. So if he wins another one, he'd be technically 7-1, but it'd be technically 6-0 with this deck.
Exactly.
So this would be topping as close to match. Well, he's already matched his best 5-0. Can he top it?
Well, actually, you confused me so much because no, actually, that's indeed 6-0 what he has done with Fire King.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because he didn't.
He
lose
started
his first
on
one.
Harpy.
Yeah, so he did. He did lose his first one. I lost audio.
This is his best performing deck in the season so far. Then technically, they're gonna hold off on Misaka because they're sitting in Shihei now. Oh boy.
Oh, Thunder Dragon Destiny Draw.
Switcheroo might be saving best for last here, honestly. I mean, the fact that Siroku and ACT both got clapped 0-2. Yeah, Misaka's their anchor for this one. Thunder Dragons going first, though. It's going to stay with the float. Okay, it's not a bad play. Let's keep the float on the board, prevent the OTK. Does he have a field spell?
No, Dump Arvada, though, is always good.
Yeah. Alright, maybe he himself has some hand traps there.
He's not safe to swing in because D draw. Oh, he's going to do it.
He's gonna do it. He doesn't care.
He's going to
And it
take.
looks like he might have... Okay. He doesn't care. See, that's one of those calculated risks that we were talking about earlier in the broadcast. He calculated the risks. And he said,
Said worth.
yeah, he's like, I got 2 kite rides in hand, I'm fine.
Exactly.
That is a calculated risk. Clearly going to be paying off for him. Maybe. We'll see. I say clearly, but it is not clear. I take that back.
Yeah, he will have 4 after D draw, so he can definitely set up some big plays on this turn.
And
He's gonna
goes for
stop his
either
own,
Wrath
yeah.
and Engage.
Yeah, he's gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. Oh, that's why.
Ah.
All right. What do you got, Shu? How do you say his name? I'm a little bad.
Shuhei.
Okay, good. Shuhei. What do you got, Shuhei? Fried chicken loop says Bang Bear. Yeah, Bang Bear.
It's true. Yeah, Bing.
Bing.
Yeah. He does have the KFC. I mean,
Hey, it sucks. I wasn't kidding when I say this was anime written.
yeah. I
just-
mean,
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen another Fire King to try and do the Fire King mirror, do a 30-minute match and hope for the best.
yeah,
Like,
we
at
haven't
that
seen
point-
any.
No, they haven't brought a single one. And they've repeated now. Once.
Yes.
So clearly, even their second decks for 2 of their players, was it 2 or 3? 3 of their players were not Fire Kings.
Hmm.
Finally, real casters.
I know that. I understood that reference. Yeah, like I've there's a combination because like I think there have been some miscalculations on Switcheroo's part combined with the insane heart of the cards on Lorenzo's side. Like because I saw people arguing like no they didn't get lucky or no they didn't misplay. I think it's a combination of both. I think there are some maybe not misplays but like miscalculations. Like they go for something and it doesn't work out how they wanted it to. Because like I don't want to discredit Lorenzo at all because like he is obviously very good. Because you can draw the cards, but if you can't make something happen with them, it doesn't mean nearly as much. What does he have? Four monsters in grave? He's got 1,700 on the board. Levy and
Did you say he has a $1,700 board?
No, 1,700 on the board.
Oh, I was like, that's a lot of money.
Heck no. I mean, Levy and Air, kind of expensive.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, wow, that's true. That's true. I remember when he was.
Yeah. I remember when he was too. I got 2 for like $80. Took a moon 2 for $210. And then my third one rounded out for $250. So
It causes me physical pain.
yeah,
All of that
it
hurts.
caused me monetary pain.
Understandably so. Oh no, that's all?
Yeah.
I was thinking he might try to wipe with Levy and set up a quick win, but no.
It's a deed draw version, not any other group. Obviously, the Lure of Darkness was one we've seen. I've actually
Right.
still seen people play I don't think I've seen it in tournaments, obviously.
In Farewell, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I've seen it. It's pretty rare, but I've definitely seen Fiend Farewell.
But I think it's over. Unless he has a hand trap.
Which, TD, there's a good chance.
Nope.
No, no
Sorry,
hand trap.
The sweep continues.
7 wins.
Did we set this guy up by blowing smoke up his butt in the pregame show, or what? Did we just blow him out of proportion? And this man's like, "Well, I better live up to that name."
It's like, well, now I gotta win all of them.
now I have
I gotta do the Misaka.
Like, I'll just throw the first one, so it doesn't look like I'm, throwing, so it looks like I'm having a hard time, and then Cinderella this thing to a 10-1, and go from there.
I mean,
I've
I think
seen chat asking to check PayPal. I agree.
There's a few matches with Uno, man, where I was like, somebody better check PayPal, but everything else so far has been okay.
I do still think that maybe he's doing a Grim Joe though. Talking
doing
about
the-
the 10-1.
Yeah. I mean, he's got. We're going to obviously. They're not. It doesn't look like they're repeating. Let me check. No,
I
don't
haven't
blame
seen
them.
yet.
I do not blame them.
Yeah, I also don't think that will be a good idea because TD against Fire King, the fact that you already just have the Garnix being able to destroy monsters and having hand traps, TD has a hard time against.
Yeah, you kind of have to open the door with Levy and win like in that turn, or you are gone. Like, oh man, it's a big
The
gamble.
second deck is. Part of me thinks it honestly might be Fire King since we have not seen a single Fire Kings from them, or maybe they just didn't think Fire Kings was worthy of bringing. And if Lorenz is any indication of that, he is proving them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If they really did think that, I would be so sad
Yeah.
if they decided it wasn't worth it.
See, hopefully, maybe they repeated over one of
They
their
do
Fire.
repeat actually.
They are calling a repeat in chat. I just saw.
Hey. They did not heed our advice.
Okay, well,
We'll see why they have done the repeat.
Yeah. Last time they went first, right? So maybe they're hoping to go second and try and push an OTK situation. Even though they did survive 2-turn, what was it, 5, 6? We went decently far, and they still couldn't turn it around. But maybe they're hoping for a good going second situation here, and it looks like they are going to get
yeah,
it.
they got it.
Yep. Is it going to be enough? 27 cards here in Thunder Dragon build. We already know he's running OG Thunder Dragon.
Yeah.
Tanky.
It can do it, but it feels like it's a very, very specific. You need this, this, and this on this turn, like right now. And I don't know. It's I'm not that risky. I don't like to push it to the limit that far. But when you're down 1 to 7, I mean, you got to kind of throw some spice on it somewhere.
I mean, that's a loop and negate. That's a raid and stop. That's pretty much you're not good right off the bat. And they don't run Book of Moon here, so you can't protect you. And he's gonna pass.
Pass.
A pass. Oh my.
This isn't good. Switcheroo
There's
is
been too many pass.
yeah. This tournament has had
Way too many passes with no plays.
the meme here. The pass has been too damn high.
No, okay, he does have something at least for defense.
You
though.
can stop the sphere though.
Yeah, he
That-
can negate the sphere.
That's game. If he pops in his hand, he has game. All right, one more swing. If he has nothing, it's over.
No.
Oh
They're
my!
going 8!
Did we not know that Arvada can
Oh.
stop Sphere Karibo? Someone check with him, please.
Oh my god.
Someone needs to check with Switcheroo and see.
Honestly, it's more complicated because imagine he had like 3 Livioneer in hand, so all the things he had was like a Sphere Karibo.
Yeah.
It just hurts.
That's true. And that repeat, the fact that it was a repeat, honestly, stings more.
Both of Switcher's repeats have been completely dead games.
Shutouts. Dead
They
shutouts.
have lost both replays completely. Oh no. All right.
The moment you've been waiting for. The
Yep.
best player from Switcheroo is about to hit the table. He streaked last time in the semifinals. He came back and won it from a 4-game deficit. Is he about to do the same in this 8-game deficit? Or is this going to be a Cinderella story here for Lorenzo? Is he about to clap? Is he about to end it really quickly here with a quick 2-0 in his favor, bringing him to a 10-1? Is this going to be a shutout score? Predictions already set. You can't earn any more gems on it, but you can at least let us know in the chat. Light it up. Let us know what you think.
I saw it in chat a minute ago, and I'm gonna repeat it to declare my stand with chat. Stop the count. Oh my god. When I sat down to jump in this call and get on here, I did not expect to see this. Like,
it was already they're already playing, guys, so get in there. It happened real quick.
yeah, they're not messing around.
This is basically the anime duels of all anime duels, all right? It's this or bust. Misaka is on the table. The man's been cleaning house the last two matches. The last two, what are these called? Games? Matches? Series?
Wars.
Wars, there we go. The last two wars, that makes more sense. Dude, it's in the title, for Pete's sake. The last two wars.
It's okay.
Misaka has been cleaning house. This is the anime version of that, and he is going second here in a 24-card deck. What is it? It's Jaden Yubel.
Harpy is a real good bet on Jaden Ubel because he has ties that bind.
Agreed. I'm with you, 100%.
And he's already staring down at Arvada.
And he is 100%. This man is opening crazy. And the sad thing is, it's literally one Arvada, yet it's stopping so much decks this war.
Yep.
If this
So
doesn't
Fire
get,
King tier 1?
yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Fire King gets a small slap on the hand next.
It has
next time.
knocked out so many meta decks in this war alone.
And part of that is obviously Lorenzo is the pilot, so he knows what he's doing. He's a really good player. We know that, best player on the team so far, and he's proven that so far, going 8-1. It's ridiculous. The question is now, has his luck run out and his skill is having to make up the deficit, or is he now coasting for the rest of these last two matches on skill and luck? No monster effects activated yet. He's just going to try and beat over him. It's a good call.
Which I think is the smartest thing he can do at this point.
Best call. And we're going to see a back row here, which we didn't see from Uno, and all we saw from Soa Cocoon was all back row, so...
And he attacks into a good Arvada because its effect won't go off this time.
Correct.
So, yeah, literally the best play he could have done was just punch through it.
He's got a balanced field here. Back row with a monster and an island. Oh my god, was that the top deck? Double check the replay. That was the Fire King off the top, guys.
I wish I had some of this luck. Share, please.
He's playing an MCS. He better coast with this, or he's gonna, I don't know, something.
Oh my god.
This is redonk. And he's already got another Arvada.
Yep.
So that Harpy effect is basically null and void, so that back row better be enough to stop it. And he's already got to blow up the field next turn. Yep. I'm not a betting man, but I regret my 2k gems on Switcheroo, just saying.
Literally about to say the same thing. I put 2k down. I clearly am not a better either.
No. Clearly, I lost 2k gems in the quarterfinals, and I decided not to bet any for the semis, and now I'm about to lose some 2k gems in the finals, looks like.
Alright, what is Misaka
Honestly,
having back
we
up?
never know.
Oh,
it's quite hard, to even expect an 8-1.
But he's
Yeah.
right now set up for the 9-1.
Come on,
Depending on the
first
back.
one time.
Yeah.
That's
Tretch one
the
time.
best card he can still hope for.
But even Tretch one time would only buy him a turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Oracle, he's got something. Sorry, Chandler. Ooh, a Perfumer discard. Not ideal, but it's okay.
So
Yeah,
okay,
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Looking for us, and he has the possibility to send back one of the cards back to the hand. Of course, it is going to be sending Garnix back to hand.
Of course.
That's pretty much the best he can do.
Ground, okay. Deal with the Fire King Island. Go for lethal. That could be game, but we've seen him have Kiteroid in his hand.
Yeah.
3 times when it counted.
Every time they've gone for lethal
Every time it counted,
since
he
the
had
streak
Kiteroid.
started.
Yeah. So thinking he doesn't have Kite Ride won in these last 8 games, this might be it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, no, I think they're right. He's got Arvada in hand.
Did he search for the Arvada?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. I think it's still Arvada. They finally knocked him off! Oh my god!
The Cinderella story ends with Misaka. Lorenzo
Is it happening?
finishing
Is it
8-2. Is the reverse sweep about to go down? We've been doing this for an hour and a half. We're about to buckle in for another hour and a half.
Misaka comes in and immediately, game 1, takes down the 8-win streak.
Damn.
The legend killer.
Let's be fair though. A lot of the pressure is kind of been lifted from Defusion here. Okay, they have a lot of good players left still. Ohaimi, Matiki, who's second on their team right now. They have a lot of good players still. They could still close this out. Obviously, being so close to the finish line is crucial. Switcheroo has the uphill battle here. Everything is on Misaka's shoulders. He's proven in the past he can do it. Can he do it again?
Well, we'll see. But for now, we can actually talk very briefly, about the tournament that Team Wars is hosting with GG Tour, with cash prize of $500. And yeah, entry is free for everyone. You just need to be building a team of 3. And if you want to participate in this tournament, feel free to go on the Discord of Team Wars and check all the rules and description of the tournament there.
You also have to be part of the GG Discord as well.
Alright, so now we're back. Turn
Yep.
1 goes for Misaka. Sorry, Misaka.
Misaka is going to open up pretty well here so far. No complaints.
Yeah, real good start. The
Let's see
normal.
if he has any back row to follow up with the front row here. Obviously, the Mudkeys relying on Red Dragon Archfiend here. Hopefully, you guys aren't hearing my doorbell.
I heard it.
My daughter's
Or
outside.
maybe, maybe the doorbell is the sign that they're going to be swapping the whole war. Like flipping the table, I mean.
That's it.
We will
That's the
see.
winds of change.
Let's have chimed. The time has come. Has Misaka turned it into a something that rhymes? Fit something that rhymes in here.
Oh, I'm not good with
I'm not
rhymes.
a rapper.
We'll be a poet. You don't have to be a rapper. You can be a poet.
No, I'm
That's
not
true.
that. I'm barely a duelist and not a real caster.
Let's go.
This is a strong opening from Misaka, though.
It was sketch.
Cyber
And by
into two
sketch, I mean
background?
scary.
And
Has
yeah,
the
we
luck-
haven't.
Go.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say we haven't seen Resonator take one yet. Right? They haven't
They
won.
lost everyone. Actually, no. They won. No. They lost. I'm pretty sure they lost all of them.
Sad.
Yeah. It looked like they had one, and then they didn't because
Oh.
Kite Ride, and then they lost.
Actually, RDA just won once, and that was on the side of Switcheroo on the first duel of this war.
Oh, yeah?
man,
That's the
that was-
first. Is this? Is this poetic justice? Well, Lorenzo lost to RDA game 1. Mudkey is playing RDA.
I don't know.
It's gonna come like full circle where we started with the win being RDA and the final win being RDA. And granted, he has to win 2 times here with RDA, but
Right. He's fighting for 2 back row and a cyber slash ready to go. So,
just waiting for the perfect opportunity to activate one of those back row, unless they're bluffs.
Plus, the thing is that Misaka getting the first turn was already an advantage, especially if we talk about the matchup.
Yep. So it's gonna make OTK a little bit harder. He's holding on to those back row here. Okay. Okay, holy.
He's gonna go Doom Dragon.
What? There's a bluff?
What?
No way.
Well, there's bluffs.
There's no way. There's no
There's
way.
no way.
He's got
No,
to
no,
have
there's no way.
something.
But you won't let that go through, right? You stopped that one.
If they're bluffs, what can you do?
Nothing. You're done.
You have to let it. Oh my god! No!
Two elegant egotists. Maybe the other one.
Feather rest?
Yes, maybe a rest. Oh my god.
They're one win away. RDA at match point. Switcheroo started off this war, jumping out ahead with Resonators, and now D-Fusion is looking to close it out with the same deck.
Man, I have no words in this whole war. This is crazy.
No pressure, Misaki. Not at all. You know, just a small pressure. A little bit of pressure, Misaki.
We can't count him out yet. Lorenzo won so many in a row after a loss. It's not over, but man, that is huge.
Like, this might be a mirror. Wow, guys. Did you ever think this war would go to 9-2? Game match and point being on RDAs here?
No.
And did you ever think anybody would streak as far as 8-2? I didn't. I thought it was possible, but I didn't, honestly conceive it being in this war.
No, not in grand finals. I never in a million years would have guessed this.
This is like a week 2 type of scenario where we're still trying to feel out our get our sea legs, if you will. Where one team already knows what they want and they want to go get it, and the other team's kind of still playing around, messing around, trying to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
This is kind of the grand finals that we're seeing. But again, if anybody's going to be put in a tough spot, it is Misaka.
Depending on what Mudkey has in terms of back row, like if he's got a way to stop Misaka, then he'll be all right. But I don't know. Misaka could come out of the gate swinging hard and take this. I haven't seen the mirror too much. It's not like Harpy Mirror where it's basically somebody's gonna go for heraldry.
Yeah, and ooh, okay. The Dark End on turn 1 here, making room for the Doom Caliber Knight might be honestly what my thinking for his best opener here was Doom Caliber Knight, because now he has to bait the Doom Caliber Knight if he wants to do anything else.
Yep.
So obviously that Dark
Unless
End
I
is
see any light vortex.
You think? You honestly think?
It could be still a possibility, because since we're talking about the Team Wars format, that means that even if you want to play a certain deck, you can still play some specific tech cards that will be globally good against some other decks. So for example, if we take back the Roma's FK, the only reason why he played Nephthys was surely to counter Tremid, which ended to be good.
Yeah,
So,
he literally got it when he needed it. And did we ever see it again? Not once. It was literally that Tri-Mid duel that he needed it, and he got it.
exact.
And is this the situation where we see the flip? The Lightning Vortex when he needs it. Does Misaka have it if he plays it? Maybe not.
We'll see. Now, I still think Misaka is going to be fine because there's no back on the side of Mudkey. So only Doom Caliber is going to be the card that just stops the effect of a monster. But if we're talking about RDA, we're talking about a lot of special summon.
Yeah.
Which is not what you see.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe he's going to be like using all the resonators and all, but I think that was because of his skill again.
He's got this, and then, okay. It's a little underwhelming.
He does have a back row.
He does. Is it a Resonator's call for the bluff? It's easy to read. It wouldn't be difficult. Negates his own effect.
Yeah, negate the Doom Calibers all go away.
It's tough.
I don't know. So
he could stare at game here if that back row is a bluff, and he has a monster in hand that actually has more attack than 200.
Yeah, obviously gonna resonance to give yourself another good old wild wind.
Yep. That would be enough. He'd be 300 over? All right, he's reading the card now. He knows what it is. If there's a delay, he feels it. He's going into battle phase, clearly not afraid of it. It looks like it was a bluff for the... And just like that, Mudkey wins, making D-Fusion your season 9 Team Wars champions. Boys, you got anything?
I just have no words through the entire war. Like, absolutely have nothing to say. Like, I think Diffusion really had like a lot of good counters against Switcheroo, which really proved them being like the value as the champions from season 7, and they really showed on pretty much all the matches here. But yeah, I think I'm speechless for this entire war.
I
Yeah,
think I think my main my takeaway from the whole thing is a callback to what I said earlier. When you look back on this war, or when Switcheroo watches the tape of this, there's going to be a discussion in the community of like, well, was it the insane Lorenzo luck, heart of the cards, or was it some missed opportunities? You know, but it really boils down to those two things. Some miscalculations and some amazing draws lining up in you know, like the solar eclipse of really a solid run from Lorenzo and Diffusion. I think those two things aligned, and it just did not go in Switcheroo's favor. You know, pretty much anything they wanted to go their way just did not.
And
Bro,
speaking
that
of
was
Lorenzo,
the thing that aligned was standby phase Fire King Avatar Baron's effect activates. That should never have happened.
so how are you feeling, Lorenzo? You
Oh, I didn't expect it. I was nervous as fuck. I'm like, yeah, this playoffs, my performance was pretty shit. I only went like 2-2 every week, basically. Yeah, great to finish it off with a banger.
you must be stoked. Obviously, you guys are the big winners here. It was $5,000. You guys are getting to split here. Lovely. Are you excited for the future, obviously, here going forward with Fire Kings and all the other decks that we have in the meta, or do you think it's pretty much kind of stalled out?
I was pretty happy with the format before Resonator came out. Like, Resonator is very toxic deck because people just put in infinite sack one-offs that you can't play around at some point. Like, for example, I was gonna play Fire King and MCS. People put Amano in there. I don't know. It's like, the deck is super toxic just because it plays way too much stuff.
We're being asked what decks you played. Obviously, you played your Fire Kings, going lovely 8-0 there. And your first deck was Harpies, I believe. Any regrets there?
I mean, the regret was basically just, usually we start Fire King and have Harpies in the back, and we switched it around this time. Which, like, of course, Fire King Resonator as game 1 would have been perfect, but it happens. I mean, have to sacrifice some deck.
See, yeah, you definitely had no sacrifices there at the end. There, you did a very good job. Do you have any I guess, advice or anything you want to?
Shout out to Sacred Phoenix of Neptus. Like,
The one time it showed up and stopped the counter. Stopped the counter.
twice. It won the game twice. Like, I mean, if you put a one-off, like, yeah, it's searchable, of course. But still, it's like, so often you put like a random one-off and it just never pays off. So it was great that it actually did what it was supposed to do.
When you needed it. Like, how empty is your PayPal right now? How many times did you have to bribe Konami to give you those RNGs?
I mean, let's be real. Like, my hands
seemed broken.
below average. Like,
Really?
the Harpy game, I opened fucking 2 Barong, 2 Arvata going second. That's not a hand you win with. Like, things aligned in terms of how hand trips were impactful. After like game 4, the matchups were very favored for me. Like, a repeat on Thunder Dragon, I don't quite understand. It's like Thunder Dragon and Fire King is like an 80-20 matchup, especially with D-Draw. With Fiend Farewell, it becomes harder. You have to like loop Garunix and never attack the monsters. But D-draw, you can do whatever you want. You saw it. I like triggered D-draw every time on turn 2. Like, what's he gonna D-draw to?
And we never saw Fire Kings from their end. Do you think that was a mistake for Switcheroo not bringing a Fire Kings or maybe repeating over a Fire Kings? Did you think that if you faced a Fire Kings, would you have had the same results?
The 30 Fire King would have probably beaten me. Like, stuff a few texts in there, like books and treasures, because I just played hand traps and engine. Like, I played no text, nothing. So if like a text out 30 card Fire King would probably win the mirror pretty confidently.
Okay. I guess, do you guys got any questions for Lorenzo?
What's next? What's next for
I
DF?
just don't.
I don't know. I mean, for me, I love Team Wars. I'm gonna continue playing Team Wars. I'm gonna stay in DF for that. And yeah, I mean, just I love Team Wars in general. It's way more fun than Clan Wars for me. Just like the format, how it works. Everyone is in the VC. Everyone is excited. We're cheering for each other. I love it, and I'm gonna continue playing Team Wars. Even like winning in that sense doesn't matter for the enjoyment of it. I still love playing it.
Well said. Well said. What about you, Diatonic? I know Disturbia asked the question. You got anything?
Honestly, I
no,
don't.
that was
I
my
just
question.
like
I
to
wanted
listen to them. Oh, go on,
Yeah,
Diatonic.
Oh no, that was mine. I was just curious. Where's DF going next? Another league? Another tournament? But no, I mean, I think the duels themselves said more than any of us could say about this team. I mean, that's all I have really.
Yeah. Are you still speechless, Disturbia?
I still am. That's never happened to me. I'm still gonna blame DF, but also thank them because I don't know.
So there you have it. You left Disturbia speechless, Lorenzo. You guys did a phenomenal job. Obviously, you are in my opinion, I'm pretty sure in everybody's opinion here, but I'm currently only speaking for myself, not for Team Wars. You are the MVP of that match, in my opinion, and I don't know if anybody would disagree with me there, but that was redonkulous. Congratulations on you for your streak, and congratulations for Defusion on the quick, well, I say quick, relatively speaking, as far as Team Wars matches go, quick dub. And again, even with congratulations to Switcher, you guys made it to the finals. You did your best. You got here. Nothing to be upset about. So can keep your heads up high for those of you that played this today. And again, do you wish you, Lorenzo, here you had a shot to maybe allow some of your other teammates to play? Because you kind of stole their spotlight.
I mean, the rest of playoffs I did pretty poorly, so I had to activate the playoffs mode at some point.
You can't say that, but you literally are the best player on your team as far as statistics go. So how can you say that you did poor?
I mean, I play the most. I think I'm in the lineup every week, which is like rare for others.
I guess that's true. You can rack up numbers that way. Either way, it's still something to be proud of. I know Hazy here, I guess we'll call him our booth operator, still in here chiming in.
For some reason, also in like pre-playoffs, I streaked with Blue Eyes every week, which I'm not proud of. I can definitely say that was just me opening fucking broken hands every game. Like, I'm not proud of that.
So this time you think that your skill had a little bit more chance to shine, obviously.
Yeah, from playoffs on, like once the format shifted, it's like, I mean, we played with Dark Cloud and Blue Eyes, we all knew what we were in for. Like, skill mattered way less.
So it looks like Jono might have jumped in here as well. Do you have any words?
Hello.
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 Howdy.
How are you?
We're good. How are you? Are you happy?
Nice. No, I'm a bit upset. This should have been 3-pit. It's okay. You live, you learn.
You didn't
It
get
is
to
what
play?
it is. Yeah, I wanted to play, but Lorenz was like, nah, man. Today is playoffs, Lorenz.
You just take a back seat today.
Yeah. Well, it is what it
Hazy,
is.
Hazy, do you have anything to add?
Who?
If you're still listening, Hazy, booth operator, that's what I'm calling him.
No, just a quick congratulations, as quick as the match that went by, 1 hour 30 minutes, the quickest finals I think of all time, excluding like season 1, season 2, because I wasn't there, but yeah, congratulations, 2 times champion, first and only team to do so,
Nice job.
And yeah, destroying
Yep,
the previous champions and just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was kind of a grudge match because last season we lost to them in the top 8. That's how we were knocked out of the playoffs. Only lost we have in the playoffs so far in 3 seasons was to Switcheroo, so we came prepared. We did the homework.
Nice job.
Definitely.
And also, I want to shout out Tohimi because he did wonderful job this season as not only as player, but we already knew that, but also as leading team. We were kind of in shambles. I was in shambles. I I can say I was gonna leave, and I did leave for Clan Wars because that one started first. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm done with this. But then I hear Ohim is gonna be leader for this season, and I was still gonna leave, to be honest. But then Shushu told me, no, you should stay. It's gonna be better. And well, I was like, well, if I gave the a PDS a couple chances, I think Ohimi deserves one at least. And well, for the beginning, it went how I expected it to go. Um, but Ohimi did really step up, especially like after ban list hit the before the week 9 match. There was such a shift on the team in terms of motivation and being active, and man, it was thanks to him as well. So that's really cool.
Said.
Also, I see you are showing APK now, APK match. I want to say, man, I think people are sleeping on these OG teams. You see, like APK, Pharaoh, Sun Clan, they have been playing this for, I don't know, 3 years, and they are still competitive. They all three still made playoffs. And like these are the teams that were around when I started playing, that and they were good back then and they are still good now. And people usually sleep on these guys. Like I won't say I usually I have some rivalry with them, so I like to take a couple jabs. But to be honest, man, shout outs to them. They were big inspiration to me when I started, and to see them still doing good, still I'm still very happy to see that.
It was good.
And that's all you get from Wholesome Jan. Now I become toxic again.
Before we go toxic again, any other shoutouts, or would that be it with Ohimi, rest of Diffusion, and even some of the competition within Team Wars?
Man, I can do one more. This is a bit of personal one, but I would like to shout out 3D for this season. Me and 3D sometimes did not see eye to eye, but I gotta say, uh, like if he didn't had the start he had in the beginning of the season, we might have not topped. Like let's just keep it real. He was really good in the few of the beginning matches, and he won us a couple wars. And I was not. I was still in shambles in the beginning. And even then, he still played in the playoffs and he still did good. I think he went 2-2. When 2-2 in a playoffs match is amazing. People see, oh, Lorenz 8-2, go, man. But we know if Switcheroo played that correctly, we would not have a 2-2 from Lorenz. And man, shout outs to them. Shout outs to all my guys. They all cool. Shout outs to everyone. I love everyone.
I would have been 0-2 if that duel activated in my draw phase.
Yep. And we would have been very, very sad.
Yeah. What a snowball effect was that Dweller not activating. Who knows how the grand finals would have turned otherwise.
I mean, once you streak and like the moment you have to start sending in subpar deck, that's like where it goes downhill.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, guys? The casters.
No, just thanks for having us, I guess, to share this finals with you guys. You guys did a great job. Obviously, both shout out to both teams, Diffusion, the champs, and Switcheroo for putting up a fight there, trying to put up a fight there. Hope to work with you guys later again in this next season, cast some matches.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you once again, every single one of you three, as well as Lorenzo and Giano for coming in for the interview. You have the casters on the screen. Check them out at the Diatonic, NightFox15,
Except
and High and
me.
Disturbia.
No, don't check me, guys. Instead, only come whenever you want. No, I also wanted to say big thanks to everyone, like the teams, the casters, and the viewers. Like, we keep having team wars because of you guys. Always.
Definitely. Yeah, big shout out to everyone involved with playing in Team Wars, promoting Team Wars, and to my fellow staff as well for keeping up the good work.
Thank you for making the best league.
Duel Links
You're
Team Wars
okay.
says thank you, Jano. Mr. Jano.
Gotcha.
Alright,
Fun guys.
one last thing. Once again, it's about the $500 tournament, the Trios Cup #1, in partnership with ggtour.com. Make sure to join that out. It is a 3v3 team related format, best 2 out of 3 duels. You share every single card within your 3 decks, so one guy can play Harpies, one guy can play Fire Kings, one guy can play Automats. Just as long as no cards overlap within the decks, including the side deck. Free entry for everyone, but there are a few requirements such as following this Twitch channel and Twitter as well. You can check all of the details in the discord.gg/duelingsteamwars. Any closing thoughts before we raid? I believe it was Giraffes, I don't know.
Yeah, giraffes. I mean, I do hope that we still have like a meta that is, I'd say, pretty diverse as we have right now for like the next season of Team Wars, because I think we actually ended on like having quite some interesting lots between the Rogues and meta, instead of like only seeing Blue Eyes and Dark Lords, which personally I think was, if not the worst period I've seen ever in Duel Links.
Yes, I
But-
definitely agree with that. Dark Lord and Lord was
Oh
the worst
man,
witness.
I will be doing such a long debate around that, but we have to close the stream. But yeah, just March and April. Hopefully we don't get such kind of moment again in Duel Links, but I mean, it all depends on what Konami decides to do.
That is true. There's only so much one organization can do. It's only Konami that can, Thanos snap everything. Alright then. So, this was it. Team Wars Season 9 Grand Finals between Diffusion and Switcheroo. Once again, Diffusion, your champions, your only 2-time team that has won 2 times total. You have them on the screen right now. And yeah, I was Hazy, the streamer, joined by Diatonic, NightFox, and Disturbia with Jano and Lorenzo at the end. And this was a really good stream. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining, the viewers, the casters, the interviewees, and see you next season.
See
Goodbye.
ya, everyone.
Bye,
Yeah.
everyone. Thanks for having us.